You know, growing up, I thought ghosts were just myths, the kind of thing people make up to explain bumps in the night or to scare kids at campfires. But after what I went through last year, I don't think I'll ever be able to dismiss them again. What I'm about to tell you isn't just a ghost story. It's the kind of experience that sticks with you, haunts your mind, makes you question what's real and what isn't. And trust me, I would have rather stayed a skeptic than lived through this. It all started when I moved into this old Victorian house. I'd just gotten a new job in a town about 3 hours away from where I grew up. And this place, it was a dream. Beautiful, spacious, and surprisingly cheap for the area. I thought I'd lucked out. The landlord was this sweet old lady, though there was something a little off about her. She didn't seem to care much about the rent. She was just eager to get someone in there, like she wanted to make sure the house was looked after, as she put it. I'd hear whispers too, indistinct at first, but over time, I started to make out words. They were usually calling my name, in a soft, almost pleading tone, like they needed something from me. I'd searched the whole house, thinking it was just an echo, maybe neighbors. But I was alone, and the houses were too far apart for it to be coming from anywhere but inside those walls. One night I couldn't sleep. The whispering was louder than ever, and there was this sense of something watching me. I turned on every light in the house, hoping to chase away the eerie sensation, but it didn't work. I felt trapped, like the air itself had turned heavy. I tried to tell myself it was all in my head, that it was just the stress of a new job, the loneliness of a new place. But then, I saw her. I was walking down the hallway heading to the bathroom when I caught a glimpse of something in the mirror. A woman, her face pale, almost translucent, with these hollow, staring eyes. She was standing right behind me. I froze, too terrified to even breathe. Then, as quickly as she'd appeared, she vanished. I stumbled back to my bedroom, heart pounding, and locked the door. The days after that were a blur of sleepless nights and constant paranoia. I could feel her presence everywhere, in every shadow, every corner, watching me. And she wasn't content to just stay out of sight anymore. Every night she'd appear closer, lingering in mirrors, windows, reflections in the polished wood. I tried to confront her once, demanded to know what she wanted, but all she did was smile. It was the kind of smile that chilled your soul, like she knew something I didn't, something terrible. I started doing some digging, desperate for answers. I tracked down the old lady who'd rented me the place. When I asked about the house's history, she went pale, almost as white as the ghost herself. She told me there was a reason the house was so cheap, that her daughter had, she couldn't bring herself to say it, but I found out later from a neighbor, her daughter had died in that house, left alone, forgotten, until someone found her months later. Apparently, the loneliness had driven her mad. That night, I heard it. Her voice, clear as day, whispering right in my ear. Stay with me. I could feel her cold breath on my neck, her touch as if icy fingers brushed my skin. Every instinct told me to run, but I was rooted in place. I could feel her around me, like she was trying to pull me somewhere, hold me there with her. I finally broke free, packed a bag, and ran out of the house without looking back. I slept in my car that night and called the landlord the next morning saying I was moving out. She didn't seem surprised, she just sighed and said, I understand. I never went back to that house, never even stopped by to get the rest of my things. I know a lot of people won't believe me. Will say it's just a story or an overactive imagination. But I know what I saw, what I felt. That woman, she's still in that house, trapped by whatever darkness took her over. And she's lonely. The next person who moves in, I just hope they're stronger than I was, because once she sets her sights on you, it's nearly impossible to escape. So if you ever find yourself looking for a new home and it seems too good to be true, maybe it's best to ask some questions first, because some houses, they come with tenants who never left.